Real.
Butter.
I see dead people.
I thought you weren't insane anymore.
Yeah, I'm actually a thing. I'm a being.
My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets.
Maybe it'll all just go away. Like a bad dream.
I doubt it.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Coming to you from the dimly lit employee break room of the fabulous family-owned and operated Theater Brothers Theater on the garbage strewn outskirts of a minor American city, this is the Real Buttercast. I'm Peter Theater.
And I'm Theodore Theater.
I'm Amanda LeBlanc.
And today...
And I'm Theodore Theater.
And today we're going to talk about... Honey Boy by Shia LaBeouf.
No, Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
Okay.
LaBeouf?
I didn't know we were going to do the whole thing with the name.
I didn't either.
Okay.
It just kind of fell out of my mouth.
Okay.
We always go there.
It always reminds me of, like, beef bourguignon, you know? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It's French.
Beg your pardon?
Beef bourguignon. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
You know what I'm talking about? Beef bourguignon?
I've never had that.
I think I've had it one time. But it just reminds me, like, Shia LaBeouf bourguignon, whatever. That's it. I could said it too many times.
Shia LaBeoufsky.
I guess that works.
Shia LaBeouf stick.
Yes. Peter and I watched
my God.
movie.
We're better than this.
That was a dense movie, man.
Yeah, directed by Alma Harrell.
Dense.
Shia
Was it sweet like honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
pretty.
really.
It was pretty wholesome and pure.
Yeah, it was really
It was a lot.
poignant and touching. Yeah, it was intense. Some intense moments. It made me feel sad for Shia, you know, and also like child actors in general.
All right, that was the whole review, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
So it's like an autobiographical film about Shia's upbringing as a child star and how him living with his father, and it goes back and forth between his time in rehab, where his therapist asks him to write down his memories with his father.
Which in turn made the movie.
Right, but then he's
eventually.
flashing back to his childhood when he lived with his father in, I think it was a motel. Mm-hmm. And
not the best
working
spot.
on what we assume to be Even Stevens, although they never actually name it.
It was Even Stevens.
Yeah, but he was clearly dressed in that, you know, the Even Stevens outfit. So.
Uncanny man.
Yeah. And Lucas Hedges plays adult Shia. Noah Jupe plays child Shia. And then Shia plays his father, who stays the same age in both eras because...
Is he old?
Old Shia is visiting him like in a dream, basically, talking to him. And his name is not Shia in the movie, I should say.
Did you know that Shia Shia's father had to sign a waiver for the film, right? And he didn't like the idea of Shia LaBeouf playing him. So Shia had to tell him that he was going to get Mel Gibson to play the part.
Oh my gosh.
Mel Gibson! Can you imagine that? Oh, Mel Gibson. Okay, all right.
All right, now we're
And
talking.
then he signed off on it, and then he said, well, actually, no, I'm actually going to do it.
Oh, that's funny. You know, they have pictures of his father at the end of the movie, and he kind of does look like Mel Gibson. Like, I could actually see that as someone who would play him. Mel Gibson at a younger age, I would say. Maybe not
If Mel Gibson had his mouth open the whole time, he would look exactly like Shia's dad.
Yeah.
Because he had a really long face.
Yeah, he had a really strong jaw.
Long
face. A strong jaw.
Strong jaw.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Long face, strong jaw.
Yeah. What else did we not know? Theo.
Well, this movie is it's getting a 96% rating on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Yeah, it's great.
Pretty rotten.
It's doing getting great reviews.
Yep.
All right. Perfect.
Yep. So, let's do something different.
Okay. Like what?
Okay, wait, Peter.
Yeah.
Your review in 30 seconds.
My review in 30 seconds?
Yeah, I'm going to start the timer, okay? Ready?
Yep. Am I going?
Set.
Yep.
Go.
Okay. No, I didn't cry in this movie. That wasn't a bad thing. It was very intense. There was a lot of emotions packed into that hour and 40-minute film that I didn't really have time to cry because there was just so much. But it made me appreciate my upbringing and made me appreciate my father and my brother,
Time's up.
Theo. So, yeah.
What a very nice review.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
Yeah, well, I suppose your view of our father is a little bit different than mine, but that's probably because he gave you all his love.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
3, 2, 1, Amanda.
Is it my turn?
Go.
30, 29,
Okay.
28, 27,
Stop
26.
it.
Sorry.
I did not do that to yours.
You didn't? That's what it felt like.
You were screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Now you've distracted me. My 30-second star right now.
Okay. Restarting. And go.
I thought Shia's performance as his dad was really, that was really brave, and it must have been really cathartic for him to do. And I think he's a terrific actor, and I think he always, he inhabits his roles so completely that you don't even know it's him. And I feel like, I don't recognize him from role to role, even though I know it's him, but he just really disappears into it. I thought Lucas Hedges did a really good job playing the adult Shia, and
he had the voice down.
Yeah, he really had his accent down, which is like a Louisiana accent, and which I kind of think Shia kind of puts that on a bit because he was born and raised in LA, I'm pretty sure, and so his dad was from Louisiana, but I kind of feel like as he's gotten older, he's kind of put on this southern accent, which, whatever. Let him do what he wants. I think he's great. And I thought the setting of the motel was, really homey, and I really loved the feel of, not homey, but just, it felt like a really small world that he was existing in this motel, and he would go out in Hollywood, and it would always be shot, on really big sets and from far away, and he felt really small, and then they would go to the motel, and it was closer up shots, and he was hanging out by the pool, and hanging out on his bed, and...
Is this 30? This is long 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's now 1 minute and 20, so...
I was waiting for someone to tell me time.
I feel cheated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It only felt like 30 seconds. Anyway, that's my review. I loved it. I cried near the end.
Do we feel like we're entering a bit of a LaBeoufaissance?
Oh, I'm totally here for it.
Yeah, I'm down, man. Put me in it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the carnivals. I'm ready for all of it.
I watched his Hot Ones interview, which is also a great interview. Yeah, you told me to. And it was so great, and he's clearly, learned a lot, because he was, making a lot of really bad decisions when he was younger, which, seeing how he was when he was 10 or 12 years old in this movie, it's no surprise that that's where he ended up, because he was smoking in this movie the whole time, and, I'm sure alcohol wasn't long after that, so I don't fault him for that at all, but it's just, it's nice. It was nice to hear him talk. He seems like he's really settled into his own. And he has said that, when he's not working, that's when he gets bad. And so, when he's working, he's good, and he's stable, and he's happy. And so, I like that, anytime he makes a movie, I, feel go make your movie, be happy. Will support him, whatever movie he makes.
So he's the last time we reviewed him was just maybe I don't know how many episodes ago, but we were talking about the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first episode.
And
of
I
the
noticed
season.
also in his filmography, he made a movie called American Honey in 2016.
Yeah. Which is more of a road trip movie.
What's this guy with food?
That's what I was trying to gently bring up here. We got honey and we got peanut butter. And
peanut butter honey. Do you think that'd be good?
Oh yeah, peanut butter and honey.
Do you think that'd be good?
Yeah, peanut butter and honey is
peanut butter and honey is excellent.
Yes, that's a thing. Peanut butter and honey sandwich.
Oh my god.
I don't have any honey.
Oh my god. You don't have any honey on you? You keep honey in your purse?
I mean, some people do.
I should get a purse.
Yeah, I mean, you can put a lot of stuff in there.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
I really enjoy introducing me to new things that you have never heard of.
I'm so excited for this.
It's fun.
Keep them coming. What else?
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, the banana thing really made me angry. Kind of pissed me off.
Well, but...
Banana?
Yeah, we were talking about how, this banana breed went extinct a while ago.
Cavendish banana.
And it tasted exactly like candy.
Like banana candy.
And that just put me in full rage mode. Right when we ended the podcast, I just threw the table at the wall.
Yeah, literally.
I flipped it. I unplugged the microwave first.
But we found those banana popsicles.
That's true.
Do
we still have some in the fridge here?
Got some, yeah. I think so.
Oh my god,
Unless you've eaten all of them.
I probably did. Yeah, I kind of went into a little coma there. I blacked out, and all of a sudden there's like popsicle sticks all over me. I'm like, what happened?
Oh
man. We're also going to start a new thing called 1 Minute with Matt. And Matt is our... he works box office a lot. Like, pretty much all the time. He's a loyal... Of course. He's a loyal employee
of the Theater Brothers Theater.
And he always has something to say in a good way about a movie, and
he sees every movie pretty much.
He's perfect for the front lines. People walk in, he's like, "Hey, have you seen this movie? Let me tell you all about it."
Yeah,
and they're like, "Well, I don't even need to watch it. Thanks, buddy." And then they walk out.
A little like Ebert and Siskel.
So I'm calling it 1 Minute with Matt, and he has 1 minute to review a movie.
Yes,
and we did that. Yes. So we will include that in this episode.
Yeah.
But first, I think we should give our ratings now.
Give our ratings?
Yep.
Okay.
You can go first.
Oh man, this is gonna be real difficult.
Line up your butters.
I feel like ever since I gave 5 butter to something, I feel like it's become easier for me to want to give 5 butter out.
Really? Because I haven't done that. Have I done that?
No, you said that you wouldn't because nothing can be perfect. But
Nothing's
I think something
perfect.
can be perfect.
Really?
Yeah,
Perfectly
I think I'm going to give it
imperfect?
5 butter. I'm going to give it 5 butter. For the, I think it's a really beautiful story, and I think the emotional impact is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I commend him on, releasing this story about himself.
It's so personal.
It's
like
crazy.
To share that with the world. It must be,
I was never taken back from anything. I was never, to an extent, there's lots of violence with his father, which is uncomfortable, but I was never put out of the movie.
Yeah.
So I would give it 4.5 butter out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
It ended abruptly for some reason to me, but
it did end. It was a very ambiguous ending, but I think that's kind of the point, is that this was just one chapter of his life that he had to process.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I guess we'll just put the 1 minute with Matt right after this. So we're gonna. Was that you farting, Theo?
That was.
Did you just fart?
No,
I can smell it through the phone.
That was not me farting.
Oh. So, all right, Peter and Matt. Past Peter and Matt, take it away. Matt, you have 1 minute to talk about Honey Boy. Go.
Honey Boy, Shia LaBeouf, Lucas had just got... I can't remember the name of the kid playing him. Oh, it's younger him. It's insane. It's awesome. Ouch. It's one of those great films that comes along in a decade that just speaks to you. Speaks to your soul, speaks to your heart, makes you think. Oscar contention all the way. If he pulls this off, he wins 3 Oscars in one night between 2 films. Best actor for Peanut Butter Falcon. Best original screenplay for this. His first screenplay, mind you. And he can win for best supporting actor. He ties Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep. I just had this. Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, and Russell Crowe for 3. But he would have his own record 3 in one night, 2 movies. Decades for the rest of them. I think his next film coming out, he's shooting for a possible guest on Transformers. No, Shia, skip it. Do not Shia. Say no to Michael Bay.
2, 1.
I'm out.
What would you give it? How many Matts?
6 Matts out of 5. It's that good.
6 Matts out of 5. All right, folks. Back to you, Peter.
Real.
Butter. Thank you, Peter. And now to Theo with the top 5.
That's right. I don't have any energy. The real butter top 5. I guess would you call these coming of age dramas?
Yeah.
I would totally call it that.
Okay, as opposed, there's no coming-of-age comedies in this list, which could be its own list, and maybe we'll do that in the future.
Yeah.
But for now...
Oh, drum roll.
Oh, yes, thank
Did
you.
you get that drum yet, Amanda? You said you had a drum.
It's at my parents' house.
Let's get it.
I haven't been there in forever.
Let's go.
I don't even know if I still have it.
Let's go.
Go visit your parents. All right, so I'll try to do these in 30 seconds, shall I? Number 5.
2, 1, go!
All right, a funny and moving coming-of-age story centering on 2 immature teens who get an education in love when they take a road trip with a liberated, unhappily married woman. Can you guess the movie? It's directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
Oh, Y tu mama tambien?
Bless you. Yes, that is correct.
Bless you.
Starring Maribel Verdú, Gael Garcia Bernal, and Diego Luna in this. Yes, it's a great movie from 2001.
Yeah.
From Mexico. So that's a nice entry into this list.
Yeah.
And number 4. Does anyone have anything to say about that?
Yeah, can I say something? Sorry.
Yeah.
Gabriel Garcia, or... whatever.
Bernal?
Yes. And Diego Luna have known each other since birth.
God.
Did they really remember that? Were their parents...
Their parents were friends, and they
birthed them at the same time?
No, whoever's older visited the younger one when he was born in the hospital.
So one of them's known one of them since birth, the other one hasn't.
Well, I guess not, but he was like 2 or 3.
Well, that's not...
What are the odds?
Well, whatever. Okay. They've known each other for as long as they could possibly know each other. How about that?
Yeah, that works. I mean, maybe.
Thanks for being pedantic.
You're welcome. Bless you again. Number 4.
Anyway, fun trivia.
Number 4 is a movie called... Oh, wait. I'm going to make you guess again. Okay. Well, actually, maybe you don't know this one.
Okay.
I asked you earlier and you hadn't heard. It's a film from 2011. It's directed by a cast member from the IT Crowd. It stars Craig Roberts, Noah Taylor, and Sally Hawkins.
I don't know the IT Crowd. I mean, I know what it is. But
Batman.
No.
That's correct.
Wait, what?
How was that? Who the heck was that?
The film is called Submarine. It's from 2011, directed by Richard...
Submarine. Yeah, by the Beatles.
It's not Yellow Submarine. You're exhausting.
No, not Yellow Submarine from 1968, nor is it Submarine X1 from 1969, starring James Caan, nor is it Submarines from 2002, or Submarine 707R, the movie from 2004, or in fact Submarine Attack from 1954, or Submarine Alert from 1943.
What's with all the submarines, man?
Or Submarine Command, also known as The Submarine Story, starring William Holden from 1951. No, in fact, it is Submarine from 2011.
Is there a submarine man? Is that like a superhero or a woman? Submarine woman? That's too many syllables.
No, that's too
Submarine man.
That's an
Submarine woman.
I give you an adamant no. That's a terrible idea.
I think it's great. I'm going places, man.
Does she have to look out one of the scope thingies the whole time?
She's got a huge submarine suit. She can submerge.
Her whole face is just a scope.
Yeah.
Is it a miniature submarine, so like the character's feet are sticking out and they're running around?
Yeah, she's a really good swimmer. It's like an Aquaman knockoff, but she's made of metal. And she just looks like a giant pill.
I completely reversed my previous statement. I think it's great.
Actually, her supervillain is Submarine Man, and he's just a really wet sub. He's like soaking wet.
Like a sub sandwich?
Yeah, he's just soaked. It's disgusting. And everyone is revolted by him.
Why is he wet?
Because he's a submarine. He's submerged. He's wet.
That's so dumb.
Number 3.
Number 3. Drum roll.
Again.
I can't believe I have to ask you every single time.
You were going, you dip.
We were already drum rolling. How many minutes are we drum rolling here?
I need a good intro, a good kind of beat laid down before I come in. Anyway, okay, so this 2000 movie was written and directed by Cameron Crowe and based on his experiences as a teenage rock journalist.
Almost Famous.
Almost Famous, correct. Beep.
Kate Hudson.
Amanda gets 10 points.
What?
Woo!
Oh yeah, we're playing this is a major thing, the points today. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay. Well, I got the first one too. Did you count my points from that one?
Absolutely, Amanda. You're doing very well today. Peter, not so much.
Yeah.
I thought my Submarine Man was kind of funny. I deserve
it
at
was
least.
Funny, but
I deserve a pity point.
You don't get any points for that.
Give me a pity point. Give me a pity point. You get 9.
I'll give you 1 pity point, but you're very close to basically losing your place to John.
He's not coming back, man. He left the country.
Is that what people are saying that Poppy got rid of him?
We've already talked about that, and he just goes silent anytime I ask him.
I know it's.
Do you want me to get Poppy on this?
I can't get in touch with John, so I don't know.
Do you want me to get Poppy? Ask him again?
Or John?
Well, we can't ask John.
He's AWOL.
Okay. Well, let me see if Amanda can guess this next one.
Number 2.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, it's actually going to be really hard to describe this without you instantly knowing what it is.
Okay.
That's not fair to me.
Let me see. It's 93 minutes long.
You could just tell me that. That's not nice.
It's rated R.
Theo.
It premiered in the theater in November 3rd, 2017.
Boyhood?
No.
Boyhood was like 4 hours long, man.
I haven't seen it.
It was produced by the A24 studio.
Oh, it's mid-90s.
God, man.
No.
No?
I'm now going to start listing cast members from obscure upwards. Monique Edwards, Marielle Scott, Jordan Rodriguez, Odeya Rush, Stephen Henderson,
Ladybird,
Louise Smith. Okay. Yeah, it was quite difficult because if I'd said the director or any of the major stars, you would have jumped on it.
Yeah, you were like, it is a movie.
Yeah, like, okay.
She's like, Ladybird, right away.
I'm like trying to guess our coming of age movies that I know are on the poll because you gave me nothing. But yeah,
well,
Ladybird.
It would have been if I had even whispered the name Timothy Chalamet, you might have exploded.
Well, you could have said
I was trying
a coming of age story about a girl growing up in Sacramento who going to a Catholic school.
But you know that you're.
Well, obviously I know it. I'm gonna know. I knew the other ones. I mean, you can't make it impossible just because you know I know the movie.
Well, he just did.
I know, but that's not a fair way to play a game.
Number 1.
Also, could I just say, Ladybird is my second favorite movie of all time.
Second favorite? What's your number 1 favorite?
Call Me by Your Name.
Oh, who would have thought?
I know, right?
Who's in that one?
Which one? Call Me by Your Name?
Yeah, who's in that one?
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And Armie Hammer.
Who else?
Fascinating. Surely fascinating.
Esther Garel. Who comes from the Garel family of France, who is very famous in French cinema. And her brother Louis Garel is actually acting in Little Women, which stars both Timothy Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan, who was in Ladybird. I made a family crest of everyone who's worked with Timothy and how they're all interconnected.
You need to post this.
I did on Tumblr. It has a lot of notes.
You should post it on Twitter.
Maybe I will.
I think you should. You have no choice, actually. Number 1.
No.
All right. So this movie came out in 2014.
Okay.
It was filmed over 12 years with the same cast.
Boyhood.
Yeah, man, I knew that one.
Why didn't you guess?
Good job, Amanda.
because I'm not.
Amanda is 5 for 5 today.
I guessed Boyhood before you even called it.
Okay.
Listen.
I deserve 100 points.
Do not question
Peter points.
my knowledge of coming-of-age movies.
Did I?
You can have all the Peter points.
Yeah, Peter points.
You get none of my Peter points. These are my points.
Okay.
All Peter points here.
Weird.
Well, yes. So obviously this is Richard Linklater's. He wrote it and directed it, and it basically follows one child as he grows up over the course of 12 years.
Quite literally
stars
follows a child.
Ethan, what?
I said quite literally follows one specific person.
Yeah.
Over 12 years.
Yeah. Ethan
The
Hawke?
character and the actor. The actor is L.R. Coltrane. And his parents are Patricia Arquette and Ethan Hawke.
Love Patricia Arquette. I said her name weird. Patricia Arquette. Love her. Love Ethan Hawke.
Is she your number one Arquette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I've seen the most of her work. And I think she's a really genuine person who fights for equality for everyone. She's always very outspoken. Anytime she wins an award, she always uses her thank you speech as a time to call out inequality in the industry, and I really like that. Anyway.
She also used to be married to Nicolas Cage, so...
I did not know that.
Oh, gosh.
Fascinating.
That's crazy talk.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow. Weird. Nick Cage is something else. All right. Next segment, Hot Goss.
Hot Goss.
I'm done?
Done? You're all done.
That was one, man.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, we'll be back.
The real Buttercast. The real Buttercast.
Hot Goss.
Hot Goss.
Time for some real hot goss. So today, on today's day that we are recording, the Golden Globe nominations.
Today on today's day of this recording.
The Golden Globe nominations were announced this morning. Infuriating, to say the least.
Why?
Because
why is that?
Women were shut out of 4 major categories, including Best Director, Best Screenwriter, Best...
Why were they shut out?
And Best Picture, Drama, and Comedy.
Why are they shooting? Why?
Because the HFPA...
which is?
The Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which is the body of foreign journalists, like entertainment journalists, that vote on these awards, and they put on the Golden Globes every year.
Did they just not vote, or did they take them out entirely?
No, they snubbed them. They did not vote for them.
Out?
Which is terrible, because they've been called out every year for their lack of nominating women.
Then why are they still in charge? Let's do it, you and me.
I mean, okay, that's absurd. But they are just looking for a good party. Like, one of their nominations in Best Actress was Cate Blanchett for Where'd You Go, Bernadette, which was a total flop. Total flop. And they just want her to come to their party. So that's the only reason why, literally that's the only reason why they nominated her. And there's always...
What are you talking about?
And that's...
They literally want her to come to their party, so they nominated her?
Yes.
This is so weird.
It's like a thing. It's a Golden Globe thing. It's like, it's inappropriate. I can't say the word, but they're considered like star lovers. But a worse 4-letter word than that.
Right.
Poop.
What?
Poop.
No.
Fart.
Took you out of all this.
Yes. What? No.
Is it fart?
I am mostly upset with the fact that they shut out women in all 4 of those categories. And in a year when there were so many good movies made by women, it's embarrassing for them, frankly, because we've got Greta Gerwig's Little Women, which has like a 97% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes so far. It hasn't been released yet, so we don't know how the audience feels about it. Lulu Wang made The Farewell, which was an amazing movie. Olivia Wilde made Booksmart, which is like a classic, and Beanie Feldstein was nominated for Best Actress in Comedy for that. Marielle Heller made A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. That was not nominated for screenplay, directing, or Best Picture.
Funky.
Yeah. So
well, that's a look.
Those are just a few that. Oh, and then also Lorraine Scafaria, who made Hustlers, which was and Jennifer Lopez.
That didn't get anything either.
Well, Jennifer Lopez got a Best Supporting Actress nomination, but
nothing for.
Nope, nothing for her. Nothing. She wrote it. She directed it. It made a ton of money in the box office. Nothing. So, and also Alma Harrell for Honey Boy. She got nothing either. So, yeah. But she did. She tweeted something that was really, really sweet about how it doesn't matter. Like, these awards aren't the things that matter. What matters is that their movies are getting made and people are seeing them. And other young people are seeing that these movies can be made and there is an audience. So it is inspiring the next generation.
We don't really need the Golden Globes here.
I mean, and people, it is an early indicator for Oscars, but in the end, they're really not. It's not really what makes a movie special. It's that it's how it reaches people, and movies like Hustlers and Booksmart and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Like, those movies will all stay, with everyone for a long time because they're such wonderful movies. So that's what's important. But it's still frustrating that women are, continue to not be recognized for their work when they're making exceptional things.
Well, this might be a good opportunity to announce the first annual award show exclusively run by Real Butter Incorporated. The Poppies.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
The Poppy Awards.
Oh, let's not bring him in on this.
No,
he's not to be involved at all.
No.
He'd probably name some most stupid movie he goes to and just totally poop on people.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some categories. We're gonna compile our favorites. We're gonna pick a winner.
We're all gonna have categories?
I mean, it's all gonna be the same category.
That's
we're all gonna have to. Yeah.
So we'll have various categories, and the three of us will nominate our favorites, and maybe we'll get a few wild cards in there from past cast members. Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can get some write-ins from...
When are we doing this?
Some of the others.
It'll be our last one of the year.
Yeah, and then it'll build up to the big award show, and then we'll have special guests, and it'll be amazing. We'll give out golden poppies. I'm having them made right now.
You're casting gold right now in popcorn form? That's pretty intense.
Well, no. Okay, so I've been saving up money to pay you back, right?
And then
for the truck and stuff.
Gold.
And then I met this guy who he makes trophies and stuff, and he said he could cut me a good deal. So I said, go ahead, make 20 of them.
20.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cashing me out, but that's totally fine.
For you? For me, I still haven't gotten paid back.
You really make the worst financial decisions.
Wow, I think that's the first time that's been said. Surprising.
What are you talking about?
I'm just a real talk, man. I don't know what you're doing.
They're shiny.
Well, they're shiny. Okay, but
so is water when you look down on it.
Thank you.
I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like them. I mean,
well. I hope so.
I'm here in LA, so I will be delivering them to all the movie stars' houses.
You better not.
Oh, maybe you should send them to their agents or their managers or something.
You should just sell them.
No. I'm going to make sure it gets into the right hands.
Well,
how much are you? This is off air now. How much are you wasting on this?
Well, I mean, I gave him half up front. The rest is on credit. So
half of what? Half of what, sir?
$2,000.
Oh, that's half?
Or is that the total?
So you gave him $1,000?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
Okay. Well, look.
This is awkward.
I don't know what to say.
I think.
Real butter. The real Buttercast.
Real
Butter.
Trailers. Let's talk about them.
Did you say traitors?
No. Trailers. But we could talk about some trailers.
The real butter top 5 traitors of all time.
Number 5 to 1
What?
is Theodore. Number 4 to 1 is Theodore. Number 3 to 1 we have Theodore.
Okay, all right. I thought this was going to be a serious discussion.
Number 2 and 1 we have Theodore Theater. Come on down.
Okay, so Benedict Arnold isn't even on this list. It's just me.
No, just you. He's number 6, but we were only doing 5, so.
Fair enough.
All right, trailers.
All right. Let's do trailers instead. So, exciting news, which we got... Okay, so can you guess the movie? The director is Kate Shortland.
Black Widow.
Very good.
I get 100 million points.
You can't decide how many points you get.
I just did.
This is the dumbest game in the world.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you were winning, it wasn't dumb.
It's dumb.
No.
You deciding how many points you get is dumb. I didn't decide how many points.
Okay, how many points do I get?
10.
All right, fine.
You're still losing.
But I still have more Peter points than you.
Oh, because you are Peter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sucks to be you, man.
Black Widow. Let's talk about it. She finally gets her own movie.
Yes, and so this movie happens. I'm being told that it happens in between Civil War. This would be Captain America: Civil War and Infinity War.
Really?
The Avengers movie.
I thought it was way before those.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
thought it was in the 90s.
No, it's not. It's not her origin story or anything.
Okay. I did watch that trailer.
And now it may jump around a little bit in time, but as far as I know, yeah.
I'm excited to see Florence Pugh.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew.
Pew 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 pew.
I like her and everything she's done.
A little Star Wars.
All right, so Florence Pugh will be playing Yelena Belova, which I believe is some kind of Russian pastry.
Oh.
It's my favorite pastry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to be getting David Harbour from Stranger Things. Will be playing Alexei Shostakov, a.k.a. the Red Guardian.
His suit is ridiculous.
I don't understand the beard. Like, that can't be comfortable when you're fighting. Someone could just yank on that. That's the whole point, is to be able to fight.
I don't know.
Peter, please, dude, Vikings. They all had beards. Do you think they were worried about anyone yanking on those things? They killed everybody.
I think they did a lot. If anyone was smart enough, they would do that.
I think they probably had a face full of axe before that ever happened.
Oh, God. That was brutal. Thanks for that.
Yep.
What does Alexei have for weapons? Is just what's his power?
He has a shield, and so in the comics, his character was sort of created as a Russian imitation of Captain America.
Okay, I was because he has a star on his chest, and then he has a shield?
Yeah.
Really, people?
He's supposed to be the Soviet Captain America, but I think he also has super strength, but probably not as much as Captain America, but still. Yeah.
Well, I hope that goes well for him.
Yeah, the movie looks great, and looking forward to that one. It's got a great soundtrack. It's by the composer who did the Winter Soldier soundtrack.
Ooh, number 2, the second.
Okay, moving along briskly, we've got the new James Bond film, No Time to Die.
Yeah, this James Bond stuff is never gonna die. Let's face it. This is insane.
Well, I think... I know they've been saying it's Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie, but he's been saying that for 3 James Bond movies.
Right. They give him enough money, he'll keep doing it.
It's a sweet gig.
Yeah.
But in this one, Secret Agent James Bond has actually retired, and he's called out of retirement when his old friend Felix Leiter from the CIA asks for help, leading Bond under the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology.
A new villain with more dangerous and new technology.
So like every other James Bond movie ever.
Sounds like every James Bond movie ever. How much content are they able to use until they have just done it all? I like James Bond. I'm just asking. That's
quite high.
This is crazy.
I mean, technology keeps improving.
The evil scarred villain this time will be played by Rami Malek, who you may know from a recent biopic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Bohemian
enough.
Rhapsody.
That's enough. Enough James Bond.
He's from, okay. He played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody and Mr. Robot. He's also the main character in Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually play a robot.
Right. He plays a hacker.
Oh, what? Spoilers?
Misleading, yeah.
All right, folks. Those were the trailers.
Those are our the two mega things. And also, real quick, no, forget it. You don't get any more.
All right.
Yeah.
I see how it is. It's fine.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, Butterheads.
We're reviewing Knives Out.
Knives Out, coming soon.
Woo!